Hello everyone and welcome to TommieMedia's The Locker Room. I'm Scout Mason. Rivals.com ranks St. Thomas's incoming men's basketball recruiting class is 56th out of 368 Division I teams. The Tommies will be taller too, adding 4 players over 6'6". The recruits will join returning players like junior forward Brooks Allen, who was part of a team that led D1 with the fewest turnovers per game and was 5th in three-pointers per game. Coach Johnny Tower and Brooks Allen join us today to discuss the Tommies' growth and goals for next season. Thanks for coming in today, guys.
Thanks for having us, Scout.
Yeah, of course. Well, Coach, first off, you've added some solid recruits to your roster to hopefully improve on your 10-20 record this season. So how do you expect to match up against teams in your second Division I season?
Yeah, I think, first off, this was a really incredible year, making the transition from Division III to Division I, which has been written about and talked about quite a bit, was truly historic, right? Sometimes it gets lost, I think, in the story that what these guys went through, and Brooks and all of his teammates, how they came to St. Thomas and what they were planning on, and certainly the entire world has lived through COVID, and then we have this transition, and when you put those two things together, that's an awful lot of change, and I am so proud of the way these guys have handled it through the ups and downs of COVID and everything else, and entering year 2, I think we're really excited. Some of the progress we made this year, some of the victories we got over established Division I programs, and then to bring in a really, we think, outstanding recruiting class, that those guys are going to have a lot to learn. They've got a really bright future, but I think they're going to learn a lot from guys like Brooks who have been through the battles, and college is a series of adjustments. So we're really excited about our recruits, but I think equally excited about our returners.
Yeah, it was really fun to watch you guys battle this season in D1. And so, Brooks, I hate to break it to you, but you won't be one of the tallest players on the Tommies next year. So what are you most excited for as you bring together next season's team?
Yeah, I'm just excited to meet the new guys, get to know them a little more, and kind of just show them the ropes, to know them what our culture and our program's really about.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch. And so you provided a spark off the bench. You got a little swagger to you, I will admit. But you ended up leading the team in steals. So how do you plan to keep progressing into next season?
Just focusing day by day, doing what I've always done, making sure I prioritize the weight room, also going in and getting shots up. Just keeping my head down and working pretty much.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you'll have a fun off-season. So, Coach, you're losing some of the best players to ever wear purple and white, both to graduation and the transfer portal. So what did those players mean to your program, and how did they help in your first D1 season?
Yeah, I think these guys, when you look at, Brooks is a junior, when you look at the 7 seniors we had, and Ryan and Bert were fifth-year guys, they lost 8 games total in their first 3 years. Mm-hmm. So you think about the success they had, and quite frankly, designs on chasing national championships that were cut short by COVID. And so I think when I look at what they did on the court, their success, the people they are, how they handled themselves through some tough times, and just what they meant to the St. Thomas community, the kids that come to our games, it's hard to put into words, honestly, because those 7 guys, I think, on senior night, that was sort of the culmination for them of so much work, this transition, everything our university and our administration has put into it. But you look at Zach and Kevin, and they came off the bench and were spark plugs for 4 years, and Ryan and Bert sort of were the grandfathers of the team and had been around and did it all and chose to come back when they could have had jobs after graduation and be a part of this. And Anders and Riley, who I think were one of the best backcourts in Division III the last few years and made that transition to Division I really successfully. And then Parker is his own unique story, not playing for a couple of years. So those 7 guys, I think, are helping us usher in that transition to Division I. And when Brooks alludes to our culture, I think that's as important as anything, that the values that we have, and then a guy like Brooks, who scored 9 points in his sophomore year in Division III, and this year almost averaged 9 points a game. It's truly, when you think about that on a national scope, there are not many people in the country that have ever done anything like that, to go D3 to D1 and have a much bigger impact in Division I than they did in Division III. Brooks probably wonders what his coach was doing in Division III and why he wasn't getting more minutes. But I think these guys, people who know our players, know they represent the values of St. Thomas, and we know this journey in front of us is going to be incredibly exciting, and so proud of all the guys. Yeah,
so you had a lot of storylines this year. What should Tommy fans expect out of next season's team?
Well, you alluded, leading the country in fewest turnovers is pretty remarkable, right? And we had been first or second in Division III 3 consecutive years, And making the jump to Division I think we didn't know how certain things would translate, and we knew we were going to be undersized. We were going to be playing bigger, stronger, faster guys. But I think the way that we took care of the ball, the way guys shared it, certainly our three-point proficiency, those were all hallmarks of this team. Now, you also talked about the guys coming in, and we are going to be bigger over the years. So I don't think we're going to shoot as many threes in the future as we did this year. I hope we shoot them really accurately, but I do think we're going to be a little bit bigger. And you look at the role that Brooks played, that Parker played, they were battling guys oftentimes that they gave up 40, 50, 60 pounds to. And so I think this is going to be a progression that year over year over year, you're going to see our individual player development, and you're also going to see hopefully our culture translate from Division III to Division I. And so, Tommy basketball, we always talk about, I don't think that's going to look different in terms of how we play. But I think over the years you are going to see bigger, stronger, faster athletes, and we're so excited to be on this journey. And I think our guys, Brooks and these guys are getting such a unique experience that one they never planned. I was meeting with them, probably 3 years ago in my office, almost to the day, and this is not necessarily what he expected, but the way they've embraced this journey makes me really proud to be their coach.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch, and hopefully we can get Schoenecker Arena packed again next season.
Yeah, it was a great crowd support. That last night against Nebraska Omaha, I thought was one of the more special nights we've ever had there. And we've had national tournament games. We had fans walk out of there saying, "I've never seen anything like it." And so we want to make that a place that's tough to be if you're an opponent, and a really fun kind of celebratory atmosphere.
Yeah, that was a special night. And thanks you guys for coming in today.
Thanks, Scout.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Be sure to follow along on TommieMedia.com and on social media at TommieMedia for more St. Thomas sports coverage. With Coach Johnny Tower and Brooks Allen, I'm Scout Mason. We'll see you next time in The Locker Room.